Hello everybody, this is Isaac24 and I have an interesting one for you. So I'm filming this in the garage, so sorry about the voice, but this is really the only good place I have to do this. We're looking at a microwave, and I'm sure you're wondering, why are we looking at a microwave? It's a GE microwave model WES1130DM-BB. And this microwave, if I had to guess, is from sometime around 2009, if I had to take a guess, maybe 2008. But I have an interesting backstory to this microwave. In 2005, my parents moved into the house that I grew up in. I was born October of 05, they bought the house in June of 05. And I don't know whether it came with the house or whether they bought it, but the microwave that they had in that house was a white Gold Star countertop model that I assume either came with the house or it was purchased by them when they lived in the rental that they were living in before, or maybe, I don't know. But they had a white Gold Star microwave, and that's the microwave that I first used as a kid. Well, sometime around 2008 or 2009, that microwave failed, and we needed a new microwave. So my dad, being how he is, looked at the time, what are the best rated microwaves out there? And this GE model was at the top of the list. So he went out and purchased this microwave from Sam's Club, again, about 2008-09. And from about that time up until 2020, this was our family microwave in my old house. In fact, it probably makes many appearances in the background of videos in that house because I filmed a lot in the kitchen and it was very clearly there. So this was our microwave, and it was a great microwave. We never had a single problem with this microwave. It was an excellent microwave. However, in 2020, we moved into the house that we're currently living in now. This house came with a GE over-the-range microwave, so we didn't need this one, and rather than leave it behind, just like our old refrigerator, I said, well, we still have the box for it, let's bring it with, and then if we need a spare, or maybe in the future I'm gonna move out, I can take it with me. And here it is. And the reason I'm making this video now is because we moved into this house 5 years ago this week. I don't know the exact day that we moved in. My dad's birthday is November 6th, which is tomorrow, and I remember doing a lot of moving that day. However, I checked my Facebook, and on November 8th, the morning of the 8th, I posted something like, first night in the new house done, or slept the first night in the new house, whatever. Which meant that we would have moved in with the beds and everything and our stuff on November 7th. I thought it was the 6th, apparently it was the 7th, but either way, this is November 5th that I'm filming this. This week, 5 years ago, is when this microwave was taken out of service. Probably not quite to the day, maybe tomorrow, the 7th, whatever. Basically this week, about basically this time. So in other words, it has been 5 years, not only since this microwave has been used, but that it has even been plugged in. This microwave has been sitting in its box on top of our fridge over in the corner of our garage for the last 5 years, untouched. So now, since it's been 5 years, literally down to a couple days, give or take, that we have taken this microwave out of service and moved into this house, I figured, let's take it out of the box, power it up, and see how it works. I'm sure it still works fine, but we're gonna take a look. So, to show you the box, it's got popcorn, obviously. It's a pretty big microwave. On the side, it talks about 1100 watts, 1.1 cubic feet, glass turntable, automatically sets defrosting times, cooking time, auto defrost, glass turntable, one-touch controls. The box doesn't really close, which is why it's sitting like this. This is how it's sitting on top of the fridge too. And over here, we have Horno Microondas. All I can think of is Mucho Hornos from Family Guy. But this down here is actually, I assume, the packaging from Sam's Club. That's where this came from. Does this have a date? No, I was looking to see if there was a date. We'll check the serial number. And on this side, the same thing, but in Spanish. And notice that, it's Spanish. This microwave was made in Malaysia, not China. That's the difference between a microwave now and a microwave then. But I have a feeling 33 pounds, that seems about right. Yeah, made in Malaysia. I have a feeling this microwave is higher quality than even one you buy now, and this is a modern microwave. So, we're gonna take it out of the box. I'm gonna go behind here, I'm gonna pan the camera up. Probably gonna be seeing some glare from the garage door windows, but that's okay. I'm just gonna unbox this here. We have our instruction manual, which we don't need. Oh, funny enough, I don't remember actually unboxing this back in the day. And there's the microwave, so I'm gonna put this on the ground. It's wrapped in a bag. This is gonna be interesting. All right, this is the front of it. Can I lift it from the bag? Probably not, but let's find out. Oh, kind of. Oh, well, the bag worked. Dangerous, don't do this. This is dangerous, don't do this. I carry it by the bag. That's a strong bag. All right, this has nothing else in it. It's going on the ground. And now we're going to re-unbox this microwave from, what, 17 years ago? Ta-dum. Well, we didn't clean it before we put it in here. I can tell you that it's got dust all on the back. But anyway, this is the microwave. Wow, that brings back a lot of memories looking at that here. I'm gonna go ahead and pan the camera back in. And wow, this brings back a lot of memories looking at this. Here's the power cord, obviously. It's got the touch controls here, which I'll zoom in on. As you can see, the controls are very self-explanatory, very similar to most GE microwaves. Push button to open, and the turntable's off. I'll zoom in. Fun fact, this table is a little bit bent, but ever since this microwave was new, the door has never stayed open. Even when it was on our flat counter at the old house, it never stayed open. I'll see if I can't zoom in and show you here. I'm just gonna pan this so you can read it. Somewhere on this microwave, I'm sure there is a date code. Take the camera off the tripod here, and it's not the cleanest inside. There's a hair. There's your information. So the serial number is LS90000. Duh. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I was correct. June of 2009 is when this microwave was manufactured. So I guessed right. We would have gotten it about late 2009. So now, actually first, let's see if we can get the turntable back. There we go. It's kind of gross. We really should have cleaned this before we put it away. Side. The rear, which I'm sure someone will want to see that, so. Basically gives you all your idiot warnings that, oh, that's interesting. Not for built-in installation. Interesting that they put that on there. What installation would you have tried to do and build this in? Unless it's like one of those wall things, but here's the cord. Other side, this has the vents. This is the side that you could see because the way it was sitting on the countertop, this side sat up against where the pantry was and the outlet, well, because the cord is on this side. But the moment you've all been waiting for, I am going to do something very dangerous. I'm going to get an extension cord here. Granted, it's a professional duty one. It's not like a cheap home one, but still. I'm going to get an extension cord plugged in because the nearest outlet is about 20 feet from me, and we're going to power this microwave up right here on camera. And I'm trying to talk through this so I don't have to cut this out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? First time in 5 years, we are going to plug this microwave in on camera. Here we go. That's a good sign. Let's see. I should just set the clock. Clear that. Clock. 4:37. That is very familiar, I can tell you that. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to get a glass of water. We're going to bring it out here and we are actually going to microwave something live on camera. Give me 1 second. All right, I have obtained a dirty coffee mug full of cold water that we're going to use to test this with. So, put this in. Hey, the light works. That's a good sign. I remember changing that bulb a couple times. Put that in. And I think just for the sake of the video, we're just going to give it 1 minute. So, first power up in 5 years. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, we're off. There you go. It'll do the GE thing too, where it'll beep at you if you don't take it out. Oh yeah, that mug is warm, that's for sure. So weirdly enough, the only weird thing that I'm discovering is I don't remember it being that like rattly or grindy. I'm wondering if because this table is off level, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it back in for like just like 30 more seconds. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna do this and just see what happens. Don't think that makes a difference. Ah, yep, it is. Oh shit. Stop. Whoops. The turntable got off its plate. Okay, so that did make a difference then. There we go. So yeah, I thought that made a difference. I was like, this thing sounds weirdly grindy. So it works, awesome. The only other thing we're gonna test, just because I think, just to show you quick features, popcorn starts it, beverage starts it. This is really good for it. Reheat gives you a code for like different shit you can put in, and then cook puts the code. Obviously the buttons, delay start, you can set it, which is useless. Start, which doesn't do anything. Add 30 seconds, we use that a lot. Kitchen timer is just like that. Clock, obviously, power level, time cook, which is like 20 seconds or 2 minutes, but on this microwave you could just hit 2 and it'll start it at 2 minutes. I never understood the microwaves where you press this and it doesn't just start it. It's weird. And then time defrost, similar thing, auto defrost. So yeah, one thing we'll test too is we'll do another minute, but we'll cycle the power level. So we'll go, oh, we gotta do it this way. We'll go time cook, 1 minute, and we'll go power level, we'll go 3, just so you can hear the magnetron cycle on and off. So there it goes off again, which it'll be for a couple minutes, or seconds. All right, we're gonna go ahead and be done because I don't want to burn this thing out because I would like this thing, ooh, that's hot. I would like this thing to last, but I guess, you know what, we'll put it back in the box on video. I'm gonna move this coffee mug. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. After sitting in a box for 5 years, this microwave still operates perfectly. And honestly, based on my life experience, I wouldn't expect anything less from GE. All right, time to put her back in the box. So microwave, GE, you've been good, you were part of my childhood, but time for you to go back in the box. And hey, maybe when I move out, probably next year, probably will come with me actually. Keep sitting, keep doing good. So let's unplug it. And I don't know how the hell we're gonna do this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bag down and set the microwave inside of it. Do it like that. There we go. Oh yeah, that's not too bad at all. But we can, oh, the bag ripped. All right, we gotta definitely be careful then. Well, I'm probably ripping the bag. This will be good enough to get it back in the box. Let's rebox it. One of these said back, or didn't, okay. Well, this is the Spanish side, so we'll make this the back. And now, to put the microwave back in the box. This thing is not lightweight at all. And we'll just drop it in there instead. That works too. Alrighty. Well, we got the microwave back in the box. We'll put the little thing, the little doohickey. Oh, back front. Okay. This way. I was like, something definitely said back front. Oh, I found the warranty card too that we never filled out. And the instruction manual that we probably didn't use much. So there you have it. The 2009 GE microwave, after sitting in a box for now almost exactly, probably, whatever, for 5 years, still works perfectly fine. It could use a good cleanup for sure. I'm surprised we didn't clean it before we put it away. Should have done it now, but whatever. It's not like, I didn't know it was dirty before, but there you go. That is the test and use for the first time in 5 years of this GE countertop microwave oven from 2009. Isaac24.com. I gotta try to fit this in back. This is gonna be interesting. Watching a moving truck across the street here. Sorry, I got preoccupied here. My neighbors across the street are moving. So I'm watching. Somehow they got this truck in the cul-de-sac. I wasn't home at the time, but I'm watching them now. This is gonna be a wide turn they're gonna have to make unless they're turning right. Oh, nope, they're turning left. They're gonna go up on the curb. This is gonna be a funny video. That house that blue car is backing into is empty too. Oh, they made it. I'm pretty impressed because this is a narrow street. Some way or another, like I said, they got that truck in there. I don't know how. I wasn't home. I wish I could have witnessed it. My mom wasn't paying attention enough to see it. They could use a back windshield. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program, which at this rate is probably not. This is probably at the end of the video. Ooh, didn't mean to do that.